Hello, this is my introduction for EDL 856, School Community Relations. So first of all, a little bit about me. My name is Nathaniel McGee. I grew up on a farm near the small town of Blue Mound, Kansas, about 250 people. I now live 35 minutes north of that in Osawatomie, Kansas, and I teach in a soon-to-be 1A school called Central Heights. It's in the middle of a field between four small towns. I teach high school and middle school agriculture education. I am one of two of the FFA advisors at Central Heights, and also uniquely, I drive a full-time bus route. You get asked to do a lot of things when you work in a small school. And then why I'm in this profession is honestly because I figured it out pretty early that this profession combines two of my biggest passions. First of all, I love working with youth, and I kind of figured that out when I was in high school and working with kids and younger members in 4-H and things along those lines. And and then second of all, the teachers that I had when I was a youth and the impact they made on me was something that I thought would be really rewarding as a professional to be able to do that. And then second of all, I really enjoy advocating for agriculture. I grew up on a farm and love agriculture and think it's one of the most important industry in the United States. And it's also one of the most confusing and misunderstood industries. And so, as my job, I enjoy working with youth and helping them to realize what agriculture truly is and why we do the things that we do. And as far as my family, I have an awesome wife named Amanda. She's from Osawatomie and now teaches fifth grade there. I also have a 5-month-old daughter, Elliot. That is truly the greatest blessing that I've ever received, ever been given. Hobbies. I absolutely love training my German Shorthair. I kind of jokingly say that if my students were as receptive to learn as my dog, my hunting dog, teaching would be a whole lot easier. He's eager to learn every day. Anything you want to teach that you want to teach him, he's ready to learn it. I enjoy going and hunting ducks and geese and quail and going out for a pheasant hunt in western Kansas once a year with him. So first of all, thank you for listening about me. Now let's get to the assignment portion. What some forms of communication that I use to reach stakeholders. So being an FFA advisor and a teacher, I have to communicate with the students as well as sometimes communicate with parents for FFA purposes, which the students in my classroom are the same kids that are in FFA. But it's kind of a separate, it's kind of like a sports team and being a teacher. So what I normally use to communicate with students and let them know of upcoming events, the most common one is the Remind app. It used to be called Remind 101. It can send a massive group text message to everybody about upcoming events. Okay, the next one, and my most preferred, is a face-to-face communication. I find that's a whole lot easier, or it's a lot harder for students to say no or to turn you down on participating in an event if you catch them and talk to them face to face. The least effective, probably of all of these, or one of the least effective, is email. My students don't check their email very well. And then morning announcements on the intercom, also kind of difficult to be effective. You don't know whether every class is listening to the intercom very well. And then we have seminar meetings during the end of the day. We'll have our FFA meetings, or if a kid has a question, they can come down and talk to me during seminar, and we can communicate any issues or anything that we need to talk about. And then to reach stakeholders such as parents or community members, my favorite one is the ThrillShare app, and my administration signed me into this, and it allows me to take a picture and upload it to Twitter, Facebook, and the school website with one click of a button. And I write out a small amount of text about what it is, and I can take a picture in my classroom of something we're doing, and then I can go over to my computer and get on the school website, and it's instantaneously there. It also shares on the TV that's in the commons area in the high school, up in the high school too. So that's kind of cool. I also use U.S. Postal Mail. We'll send out invitations to FFA events to parents. If we're having something that parents are invited to, most commonly we will make a postcard and have it sent to them. We use email. We have an email list of many of the parents that are in our students that are in our FFA chapter, and get a hold of them. don't really use email to get a hold of community members or to share what's going on in our school with community members. Phone conversations happen, especially with my teaching partner. He's been there for 14 years, so he's kind of got a good foothold in the community of people that'll call him and ask him questions, or but want to stay informed, and he will field a lot of those conversations. And then face-to-face communication, that's probably once again one of our more preferred with parents and community members, is be able to talk to them face-to-face. Just it makes it a lot easier, and less things things can't be lost in translation. And then our newspaper and our local district newsletter, we use them to kind of highlight the big spots or the achievements of our students. So I don't use anything that I've had to pay for or cost me. And then my school district gives me access to the ThrillShare app, which gives me access to the school website and the Twitter and the Facebook page. They also allow me to put anything in. They allow me to send emails, and they provide that to us, and the district newsletters provided to us. And then the local newspapers, there's 2 newspapers in towns nearby us that will give us space to put in articles that highlight our achievements of our students in our FFA chapter. Things I wish I could use, but I can't. Definitely wish I could use an FFA chapter Snapchat. I think that would be awesome, and if kids used it properly, it would be awesome. Unfortunately, there's no way that I could make sure that things are not done incorrectly. Snapchat is kind of intimidating and scary, and the fact that kids could send something out and then it's instantly gone and I can't ever see it again is too much risk. I wish that we had time in our schedule to put together a monthly FFA newsletter, but it's just not in the cards to be able to do that. And then last, I really enjoyed back when I first came to Central Heights, the back to school meetings. We would have like a softball game with parents and FFA members and kind of get the information out to them. I really enjoyed that. Unfortunately, gets less and less and less attended each year, and so it's kind of gone by the wayside. So I wish an event like that would work again in my school district. So some policies. Do I follow district policies? I'm going to say yes and no. First of all, yes, because if a student is struggling in a class, there's a certain due date that they ask us to call and talk to the parents about it, and I do that. I think I do fairly good at that. I don't do very good at calling home with good news, and our administration is really big in that some parents, whenever they hear from the school, it's always bad, and let's call and tell them what good things Johnny's doing in class and how he's how he's getting his homework done on a consistent basis. Just something like that to help parents see that we're not just calling home for bad things all the time. Other than that, I'm not aware of any policies that are in place for our district. I look forward to learning and getting to know each of you this quarter.